And now, from Stage 21 at Universal Studios at Universal Orlando Resort,
all right, welcome back, wrestling fans, here to the XWF, and look at this. Teddy Long, the general manager, stepping into the ring. Let's take a moment. Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back here to the XWF. My name's Teddy Long, and I am the general manager. And I come here today with some news and update on the condition of the owner of the XWF, Hulk Hogan. Now, as those of you who have been watching know, several weeks ago, we were invaded by a gentleman from a rival company at the time named Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And, well, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff took it upon himself to pile drive Hulk Hogan right out here on this floor. And I have the unfortunate duty of coming out here to share with you that the prognosis for Hulk Hogan in his current medical condition is that he may never be able to wrestle again. Now, we all were praying for Hogan, and we all standing by his side. But the doctors say the damage done to his neck as a result of that pile driver by Orndorff, even for a real American like Hulk Hogan, may be too much to overcome. Now, that being said, that leaves a big hole in our roster. My job as general manager is to fill that spot. So effective immediately, I'm going to be picking up that phone and I'm going to be making some calls. But filling those boots will not be an easy task, but I will be up to it. stick with us, and over the next several weeks, I think you'll see we are going to find someone that's going to fill that roster spot and will help restore order here in the XWF. Holla, holla, holla. Well, big update on the condition of Hulk Hogan. Fans will be back with our opening contest in just a moment.
Welcome to the Nation Network, your home for all things pro wrestling. From classic video games to the latest releases, we dive deep into wrestling past and present. Step into the ring with Legends Mania, where dream matches come alive as legends clash with today's top stars. Join the conversation on Wrestle Chat, our podcast breaking down the biggest stories and hottest events in wrestling today.
Leave an island unto my own.
And don't miss the voice of Ultra Pro Wrestling, Vince McShane, right here on the Nation Network. This is the place where wrestling lives, breathes, and never sleeps. Hit subscribe and let's run wild together.
All right, wrestling fans, we are ready for the match to kick things off. It was scheduled to be a tag team match. However, it appears that the Road Dogg had some travel issues, unable to make it here. It was supposed to be the New Age Outlaws going up against the Nasty Boys. Joining me here in the broadcast booth, Tony Schiavone. And Tony, what do you make of this one? Well, we were all excited, looking forward to a big tag team match up here. It was supposed to be a title match. However, again, the Road Dogg unable to appear. And my understanding is now it's going to be Badass Billy Gunn going up against Farouk, in what should still be a tremendous one-on-one competition. Indeed. We're talking about two of the standout athletes here in the XWF. Well, you take a look at Farouk, and he's a former World Heavyweight Champion, former Tag Team Champion. He is a force of nature, of course, had his uniform and jersey retired, his number retired at Florida State University. Indeed, one of the highest honors that could be paid. Played under the tutelage of the legendary Bobby Bowden back in the day. Yeah, and if you can get through that program and come out with the career he did, you've got to be a top athlete, and we know he is. Want to send a shout out to everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network for some XWF action. Hulk Hogan's mustache is in the house along with Andrew Roberts. What is this? I've got no idea. All right, D'Lo Brown, what is he doing? D'Lo Brown is here in the XWF, and wait just a moment. They're attacking 2-on-1. Badass Billy Gunn, how's he supposed? The referee has abandoned the match. This isn't even a match. This was supposed to be a one-on-one match, and now it's 2 against 1. It's not even a match. There is no official. We need to get security out here and do something about this, because Billy Gunn has no chance in the world of going up against both of these men. Oh, now he's bringing a sledgehammer. What is this all about? Farouk and D'Lo have a long history together. Founding members of an organization referred to back in the day as the Nation of Domination. And right now they are dominating one half of the World Tag Team Champions. Well, they're doing more than dominating him right now. They are going to destroy him. Farouk has him up, and oh, not the pile driver. We've already seen what that's done. Indeed, Hulk Hogan out indefinitely because of that very move right there. We need to get somebody from the locker room, get out here and break this up for the love of. Well, we've already lost the owner indefinitely. Now we may be losing the tag team champions. Billy Gunn somehow managing to get back up to his feet. And now on the apron, D'Lo has him. Stunner off the top rope, and what a fall he just took here to the floor. This is not good. Not good at all. Oh, this crowd not real happy about it, that's for sure. He just ordered him. Farouk just ordered D'Lo to go after it like a mafia hit. What the hell's going on around here? You've got to know that this was something that they had planned prior to entering this building tonight. This was not a spur of the moment. Steel chair, sledgehammers it now into the steel post. Give me a break. How much is the man supposed to take? Fans, this is terrible right now. And there's the Dominator. Oh, that's all she wrote. Fans, we're going to take a break. We don't need to see any more of this. We'll be back and try and bring an actual match here.
Rated T for teen.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage. Rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know that dark is right. They do not go gentle into that good night. Rage. Rage against the dying of the light.
2K26, the GOAT. Pre-order 2K26 for the exclusive Stu edition.
Don't f it up, John.
The following is a triple threat Extreme Rules match and is for the Extreme Hardcore Championship.
All right, fans. Badass Billy Gunn was taken to the back on a stretcher following that absolutely horrific beatdown at the hands of Farouk and D'Lo Brown. We're going to try and get an update on his condition. In the meantime, we're taking a look at the Universal Television Champion here in AJ Styles, the first man entering this big matchup. Triple threat match, ladies and gentlemen, for the Hardcore Championship. Well, basically what we saw just moments ago, only it will be legal and part of the match. But at least everybody here knows what they're signing up for, and it's one-on-one-on-one. Yeah, that said, there may be times where two or more may work together, but that's the risk you take in a match like this. Badass Billy Gunn was coming out just to meet Farouk. Our general manager right now said earlier on tonight that he's got to work on finding someone to restore law and order around here, and never more obvious than what we just saw before we went to break.
The challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 198 pounds, Todd Cherry.
Tajiri making his way down the aisle, and this man right here, former Cruiserweight champion. He's been hot on the heels of AJ Styles after that Universal Television title as well. Well, he's a tremendous talent. Spent a lot of time training in Japan, and we know they have a very unique style to wrestling in Japan, and he brings that over here and has adapted very well to the American style of pro wrestling. Indeed, a hybrid between the two. And here comes the reigning hardcore champion himself, the Monster Abyss.
And introducing the champion from parts unknown, weighing in at 350 pounds, the Extreme Hardcore Champion. He is the Monster Abyss.
Well, since coming here to the XWF, this man has been a one-man wrecking crew. A lot of people have tried to stop him. A lot of people have tried to dethrone him, and nobody's been able to. Oh, he's a force of nature, no doubt about that. One of the best chances for somebody to take that championship title away from him tonight is because it is indeed a triple threat match. And that means very simply, he does not have to be involved in the outcome. No, he doesn't. Tajiri can pin AJ Styles and he'd become the champion. AJ can pin or submit Tajiri and he'd become the champion, and Abyss would have nothing to say about it. Well, I'm not sure that the Monster Abyss has ever had anything to say. He's always been short on words, but big on action. Irish whip. Oh, the referee getting in the way. Not something I'd recommend with these three guys. And it's going to be hard to stay out of the way. You've got the high-flying style of AJ Styles as well as Tajiri. And then you've just got the brute force and anger management issues of Abyss. Look at AJ come sailing across the ring with that big forearm right to the corner, and the champion is down. And now the two very familiar foes, AJ Styles and Tajiri, renewing a very long feud that they've had here in the XWF. Abyss has Tajiri up, and look at that nice reversal. Tajiri going for the pin, and the save had to be made by AJ Styles. Once again, the referee getting in the way. Might do a better job by standing outside the ring. Well, I dare say this match is likely to make its way outside the ring at some point in time. Matter of fact, AJ Styles is already out there. Abyss now with Tajiri and just drives him face down to the mat. AJ Styles comes in with a table. Well, it's hardcore. That means everything's legal. If you can get your hands on it, you can use it. That includes a table, and I'm sure a variety of other objects we may see as this match continues on. Nice arm drag right there. AJ Styles coming up again. There's a leg drag, takes him down. And now AJ fighting off the champion, drops him with a DDT right on top of that table. That might be enough. Referee slow to get in position. Well, indeed, if it weren't for that, we might have had a new champion right here. And AJ Styles, very familiar with Abyss, as they both competed under the banner of the TNA at one point in time. Tajiri now using the table against the Monster Abyss and having some success with it. Look at this. AJ's got a trash can. Well, he decides not to bring it into the ring. And now Tajiri. Oh, he's got a kendo stick. He caught Abyss in the leg with it. Now the back of AJ Styles. Tajiri making the most out of that weapon of choice here. Oh, now he's got him in that octopus stretch, but fortunately for the champion, he was there to make the save. Abyss hammered away on AJ Styles, now has to turn his attention back to Tajiri, and that's the thing about a triple threat match. You can't just focus on the man you're grappled up with and that you're locked up with. You've got to know where the other man is at all times. Here's a count. AJ Styles may have been injured because he's having a hard time getting back to his feet. Here's a roll up and all. That was a close call right there. Valero's back out front. All three men meet in the middle of the ring. Nobody gaining the advantage of that. And now Tajiri being beat down here in the corner by AJ Styles. From behind. Oh, what in the heck is that? That's Janice. That's Abyss's version of a barbed wire baseball bat. It's actually a spiked board. Black hole slam. Oh, that's got to be all she wrote. I can't imagine getting up after this one. But he does. AJ Styles somehow managing to kick out after getting hit with that nail board known as Janice. From behind, rolls him up. He's got a miss down. And one more time, the referee a little late getting to the party. Big clothesline that time. And AJ takes the monster down. Look out, sledgehammer right to the back of the head. Oh my goodness. AJ Styles never even knew what hit him. Abyss tried the same to Tajiri, but it didn't work out. And now Tajiri stomping away on AJ Styles. Turns his attention back to the champion. That table now set up in the ring. Clothesline by the champion. Abyss has him up. AJ Styles slips out the back door. Chop block to the back of the knee. Well, the NFL playoffs are going on, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that would be a 25-yard penalty, but here it's perfectly legal. As AJ way up overhead. Don't do it. Oh, he put him through. The table didn't even break. Somehow AJ Styles managed to catch the edge of that table. Oh, and he just drove him down on the nail board and the sledgehammer. Abyss in trouble. And now he's got to go for the Styles Clash. Rolls him over for the cover. Referee one. There's two. And oh, Abyss just barely makes the save. The battle rages on here. Chop block again on the knee, and Abyss. Clothesline sends Tajiri to the floor. AJ Styles had that table, thought he was going to use it, but Abyss decided differently, going for the choke slam. Nice reversal, though, by AJ Styles. AJ plants him face first right onto the steel railing of that table. Tajiri back in the ring now, and he's got a steel chair, or he had one anyway. There's the roll through, and AJ, he's going for the calf crusher, trying to draw a submission. He's in trouble. Tajiri might have to tap out. AJ Styles already the Universal Television Champion. He'll be adding a second title to that if he wins here tonight. Sets him up again. Styles Clash, but Abyss is right there. He's still going to go for the cover. Abyss making the save once again. I'm not sure why he'd have done something like that. You've got to know that the big monster is standing right there. You're not going to get a pinfall. Abyss has AJ up, couldn't hold him. Well, you can see the perspiration now really starting to build up. As the match continues on, there's another Styles Clash. Referees in position. There's one. There's two. And Tajiri trying to navigate around the stairs to make the save. Yeah, there's no real accounting for how the weapons can be used, but how they can also affect the outcome of a match. And now Janice being used on her owner as Tajiri taking that spiked Lord and going to town on the champion with it. Oh, this is hardcore wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about. We welcome Rebecca Zalewski to the Nation Network. Look at this. Has him in the stretch. AJ late getting there, but the champion will not surrender. And first into the turnbuckle. And now AJ springboard off with that big clothesline. What a job being done by AJ Styles. As he plants a fist face first into that table, and now the moonsault connecting on Tajiri. Shoulders are down. I'll tell you what, this referee has to get a new travel agent. Takes her a long time to get where she's going. Down across the back, and Tajiri in a lot of trouble right now. Oh, the shock drop coming up. There it is. There it is, and that might be all she wrote. Can the champion retain once again? AJ Styles manages to kick out. It's hardcore wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, and it is hardcore for a reason. The chaos is off the charts in this one. Well, if you take the rules away, you end up with Minnesota, and here we go. The table right to the face, and down goes Tajiri. Well, Tajiri tied up on the ropes right now. AJ Styles, black hole slam, and that might be it. Referee goes for the cover. Tajiri just barely got there at the nick of time, or the match would have been done. Nice leg drop right there by Tajiri. AJ Styles looked like he was going after the ankle, came up short, might have tripped on some of that debris in the ring, hard to tell. And first into the turnbuckle, and now Tajiri perching him up on the top rope. Didn't last very long though. Oh, a steel chair to the back of the champion's head. And now AJ with a roll through. The calf crusher is on. Can he hold on? Oh, the champion just barely got there. German suplex and folded him in half with that one. Abyss has got Janice again, and that's not good news. Oh, he just caught AJ Styles right in the head with a flying Janice. And now the choke slam. AJ's been busted wide open after that. Abyss has got AJ Styles up in the air. Couldn't hold on to him though. Oh, that blood starting to stream into the eyes of AJ Styles. The referee might have to get a closer look at this one. Once again, welcome to everybody joining us here live on the Nation Network. Andre Cotton in the house. Welcome aboard. Going for the cover is the champion, and Tajiri looked like he was dazed for a moment there, but he had enough clarity to break up the pin attempt. Belly to back suplex on top of that table, and I'll tell you right now, the Monster Abyss, oh, what a move! We talk about the chop block, but I've never seen one without much ferocity. And AJ has him up in the air. Styles clash, new champion coming. AJ's got the shoulders down. How in the world did he get there in time? I have no idea. Fans, this one is absolutely insane. We have been so close to having a winner in this match on a number of occasions, and now it's AJ Styles with a Styles Clash on the champion. And Tajiri back in time to make the save once again. Leaping DDT that time by Tajiri, and he just knocked out AJ Styles. I'm surprised he didn't go for the pin attempt. No, but instead he went for the most lethal weapon out there, and it is Janice right to the head of Abyss. Abyss out to the floor. AJ Styles intercepts that table, and down goes Tajiri. There's a roller once again. Calf crusher is on, and a save made by Abyss. Styles going for the cover. Gets a count of 1, 2, and we've got a new champion. AJ Styles has done it, ladies and gentlemen. He is the United Television Champion, but now add hardcore to his title. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. This place will never be the same. They tore this place down. Indeed, and we still got more action to come. As we take a look back at some of the key moments of this match, you've got to wonder how many years have been shaved off of each of these men's careers because of what took place here today. This was chaos, ladies and gentlemen, not controlled chaos. Outright chaos like we've never seen before. I tell you right now, that ring looks like a Home Depot exploded somewhere. That Styles Clash, he used it a number of times. Couldn't quite get the job done, but here he is, getting the pin on the champion.
Here's your winner, and new Extreme Hardcore Champion,
AJ Styles, not one, but 2 titles here in the XWF. Fans will be back with more in just a moment.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you?
All right, fans, we are back, and it is time for the ladies to head out here. The former XWF Women's Champion, the longest reigning champion in XWF history, over 2 years held that title. Well, I think it's safe to say that's a record that no one's going to be beating anytime soon.
And she has made it clear she's on her way back to gaining that title back again. But in order to do that, she's going to have to come up with some big wins, including the one that she's got in front of her here tonight. The ninth wonder of the world, and for good reason. You talk about those that paved the way. When it comes to women's wrestling, nobody perhaps more so than Chyna. Chyna's dominated the women's division and even went so far as to cross the line and become the Intercontinental Champion at one point in time in the men's division.
From New Orleans, Louisiana, sensational Sherry.
Indeed, that's an act that has not been duplicated, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes a classically trained professional wrestler and sensational Sherry. She's a former world heavyweight champion in her own right, both in the WWF and the AWA. But tonight, looking for perhaps the biggest win of her career if she can pull it off somehow. But I've got to tell you, the odds makers would definitely be siding with Chyna in this one. Well, you got to think about it. I mean, Chyna has such a big difference and advantage when it comes to size and strength. And it's not just a little bit. I mean, it's a dominant difference. I'm not sure just how much the wrestling can overcome that type of odds. It is going to be a battle, no doubt about it. And Sherry's going to have to really dig deep on this one. Well, getting off to a quick start, which is good. Yeah, that would definitely be a key to success that I would have listed here. You want to get the early start on Chyna and then try to build that momentum as long as you can. You know sooner or later she's going to get back up and get into this fight. Nice leg drop right there by Sherry. Now, we have seen bigger upsets, don't get me wrong, and I don't even know if I could call it an upset when you look at the resume of sensational Sherry, but we are talking about the ninth wonder of the world, and that's what she's called for a reason. Couldn't agree with you more, but I do think Sherry's definitely capable of pulling it off here. On that, you'll get no argument from me. Now the question is, will the stars align for Sherry? Going for the cover, got a 2 count already. Well, don't close the casket on the match too early because Sherry clearly, nobody told her she's not supposed to win. And now she's got a kendo stick. Again, if we didn't mention, these two ladies agreed. No holds barred. Right to the head, though, as Chyna turns things around. Well, it was Sherry's idea to make this a no-holds-barred matchup because of very much what we just saw. To overcome that size and strength advantage, having a kendo stick might do it. Chyna, what's she going to do here? Goes to the ropes, back out front. Oh, Hurricane Runner, nicely done. Series of right hands to the head. Spikes the knee of Sherry into the mat. And now Chyna going up to that middle rope. Comes down into the chest with a sledgehammer. That double axe handle right to the chest, and that'll give you heart palpitations. Sherry's down in the corner right now, and Chyna getting ready. Comes running in and drives that knee right to the chest. Hold on just a moment. Look at this. Bull Nakano. What is she doing? Chyna either didn't see her or is ignoring her, and I don't know how you can ignore Bull Nakano. And she breaks up the pin attempt. What's up with that? Chyna now turning her attention to Bull Nakano, getting involved in this matchup. Both of these ladies consider themselves to be the #1 contender. As Chyna dispatches Bull Nakano to the floor.
And now China picking up that kendo stick and going to work. Broken over the midsection of Sherry Martel. And now from that middle rope, nice move by Sherry to get herself out of harm's way. Nakano has headed to the locker room after getting smashed by China here. We really need to do something about security in this place, I'm telling you. All right, into the steel steps. It has been a night of extreme, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it is the XWF, and today we are definitely living up to the X. Fans, if you're just joining us, earlier tonight we heard from the general manager, Teddy Long. Hulk Hogan out indefinitely with a serious neck injury, courtesy of the outsider, Paul Orndorff, who was a member of the UWF at the time. Well, it was that attack that really orchestrated the war that took place just recently. And as you can see, the XWF came out on top of that one. China has got Sherry up in the air now. Drives her into the canvas. Down across the rope. Martel is really taking a lot of punishment at this point in time. And I'm not sure how much more she's got in her. That was a baseball bat thrown right into the head of the former women's champion. And now Martel bouncing the head of China off the mat. She's really fired up since that. Yeah, you never know how someone's going to respond to adversity until you get in the moment. And it doesn't surprise me in the least because Sherry Martel has always been one to rise to the occasion, whether you've liked her style or not. Martel raking the eyes of China across the top rope. Everything legal in this one. Elbow to the face, and now China has her up in the air. Power slam. Well, you can see Sherry favoring her back. No surprise after what she just... There's the kendo stick, swing and a miss with that one, and that sailed clear out the ring. Nice move right there by Sherry. Floats over. Now drops her with a reverse DDT. Goes for the cover. This will be a massive win if she can pull it out. I got to tell you, the referee's leaving a lot to be desired here tonight. Russian leg sweep, and now Sherry doing very well in this match, considering what the expectations were by many, including us. I don't mind saying it. Well, I can admit when I'm wrong, and I'll tell you right now, Sherry Martel showing me a lot more than I thought she'd be able to here tonight. Goes for the cover. What an upset this is going to be, even though it shouldn't. Martel now has got that kendo stick. Well, that's why she wanted it to be a no disqualification matchup. And look at China hammering down on Martel. At the ninth wonder of the world has been busted open. She is bleeding profusely as a result of that kendo stick to the head. Into the top turnbuckle. Martel thinks she's done enough damage, perhaps. Let's see. China able to kick out. Martel wants her on her feet. Be careful what you wish for. And now, setting her up, pedigree. That could be all she wrote. She kicks out. No idea how she's pulling this off. Oh, she's going to hit her with a second one. That's got to be it. Nobody's kicking out of 2. Unbelievable battle between these 2 ladies. And I'll tell you, Chyna's made a very strong argument for her #1 contendership, because she essentially fought off 2 women in this match tonight. Well, here we see the replay. Bull Nakano indeed getting involved in this matchup. And here it was. Look at this. Chyna had her center up and pedigrees Bull Nakano. And that sent her to the back. Well, I'll tell you right now, if it was up to me, Chyna would be going up against Alundra Blaze for the women's champion the next time we come out here. She has definitely made the argument and made the case, and I believe it'll be very difficult for Teddy Long to not make that match happen. That was the first pedigree, and now Chyna going back for a second. And you see the head of Sherry Martel spiking into the mat.
Here is your winner, the 9th wonder of the world, Chyna.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more. Our main event is next. Stay with us.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Spice beef. Spice. Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim! Need a little excitement? Step into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah!
All right, fans, we are back, and it's time for the main event. What a night it's been. If you're just joining us, you're going to need to go back to the beginning, because it's been non-stop here.
The contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 260 pounds, the Extreme Champion, Mr. Perfect.
Indeed, Mr. Perfect, the XWF Heavyweight Champion. It is always a special occasion when the champion is in action. Third generation superstar, of course. Very familiar with his father in particular, Larry the Axe Hennig. They were actually a tag team at one point in time in the AWA. He'll be going up against Barry Horowitz here tonight. Horowitz himself has really pulled out some massive victories here in the XWF, shocking the world, but it would be indeed a shocking upset for him to beat the heavyweight champion in this non-title match. Well, the way tonight's gone, would you be surprised, really? Would it be shocking? You know what? You make a good point, and maybe not. They tie up now in the middle of the ring, and Horowitz getting the advantage out of that as he sends the champion backwards towards the corner. Now Perfect. Referee going to step in there, try to get a clean break, and the champion laying into Barry Horowitz. Well, as of late, ever since dissolution of the New Age Horsemen, and we've seen them all scatter. What's going on now? Oh, that's familiar music. Wait a minute, what? The Honky Tonk Man, is he here? Look at the ring, look at the ring. Oh, steel chair to the head of the champion by the Honky Tonk Man. Horowitz now coming over for a cover. Referee didn't see what happened, but you must have heard it. He split him wide open. Well, right now, both of these men are hemorrhaging blood. Horowitz, you can see as well. You talk about adversity. The Honky Tonk Man with a steel chair to the heavyweight champion. What is he even doing here? Well, if you want to come into a promotion and you want to make a little bit of a noise, I think the best way to do it is to go up to the champion. But boy, oh boy, do it to his face, not behind his back like that. And now Hennig attacking the arm of Barry Horowitz, and he is fit to be tied. I don't mind telling you, the champion right now, not in a good frame of mind, understandably so. Horowitz up against the ropes, back body drop, and the champ goes out to the floor. Mr. Perfect, I gotta wonder how much he's able to shake off the effects of that steel chair. He really caught it. Got cracked across the cranium. And a chop and another one. And look at this, Horowitz. As we said, he's had some really big moments here. He is hemorrhaging. They might need medical attention on him. Yeah, he's losing a lot of blood right now as Barry Horowitz, and now going for the cover, using the ropes for advantage, and the champ not happy about that one. Both of these men have been busted open. Horowitz trying to get Perfect up, and not going to happen. The champion now back in control, has him up. Brings him over to the turnbuckle and drops him head first, and that's really going to open that gash. Hennig trying to get a submission out of Barry Horowitz. Turns him around, atomic knee drop at Horowitz. Feeling all of that one. Monkey flip takes him out of the corner. And now Horowitz rolling out to the floor. And he's going to meet him out there. Oh, running elbow drop. Right to the chest, and the strap's coming down. Sleeper hold. Well, he doesn't have it quite locked in properly. Now he does. Now he does. Horowitz fading fast, but it's on the floor. For it to count, it has to be inside the squared circle. Referee trying to get both of these guys to get back into the squared circle. Horowitz now with the cradle neck breaker down across the knee. Stomping away on the champion. Well, we mentioned earlier, how much damage did the Honky Tonk Man do with that steel chair? We'll find out as both men are back in the ring, and now it's Horowitz trying to get the win. Gets a count of one. Perfect, able to come out the back door. Want to welcome William Perkins here live on the Nation Network. There's the power slam off the ropes, the champ in trouble. Horowitz now going for a submission. Can you believe this? Hennig would not tap out. No, he would not. From the middle rope, down he goes. Back heel trip takes him down. Stomping on the head now, and Barry Horowitz, with a little bit of help from the Honky Tonk Man, is still in this fight and perhaps going to pull off a massive upset. Unloading now with a series of rights and lefts, and Perfect in trouble. Horowitz with a neck breaker. Hennig better figure out something real quick right now because Horowitz is in control. Into the turnbuckle he goes, and now Hennig comes charging across. That elbow right to the chest, and he crumbles down to the canvas. Hennig now choking him out the corner. This thing is breaking now, but that's been the theme all night long here. I can't help but harken back to the message that Teddy Long sent at the beginning of the night. Somebody's got to come along to restore order around here. There's a count of 1, 2, and the shoulder comes up, and Horowitz will not stay down. Can imagine the level of frustration in Barry Horowitz to lose at this point after all he's gone through to get to here. Oh, he's going to go for that perfect plex. It'll be all over if he hits this. There it is. Perfect gets the win, but not without a challenge. That was a battle, ladies and gentlemen. That was an all-out battle, and there it is. The Honky Tonk Man with that steel chair is what really gave Barry Horowitz an opportunity to pull off a massive upset, and he almost did. Well, almost, but almost doesn't count. Fans, we understand the medical team is still attending to Badass Billy Gunn. We don't have any additional updates beyond that at this time. We hope to by next time we come out here on the XWF. Well, there it was right there. Hennig just choking the life out of Barry Horowitz because at that point in time, I think he'd had enough. Well, there is one of his staple maneuvers right there as he goes to work on the neck, and then that sets him up for this, what is referred to as the perfect plex. Well, he's got a near perfect record when he hits that move. You see the arch keeping the weight on top of Horowitz so that the shoulders remain down. Want to thank you all for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen, for another exciting edition of XWF Wrestling on the Nation Network. We'll see you next time. So long.